What's up with my PA family? Just get it, man. I've been waiting a minute to go on live, dude. Sheesh. Man, motherfuckers are on there fucking hogging up the whole airwaves. What's up with it? What's up with it, man? As you can tell by the title, the caption. I have to troll a little bit. We're gonna get into some things. Um, Forgive me, man. I'm not in my regular spot, my usual spot. I'm laying down, just chilling. Um, I got some. Yeah, anywho. Um, we wait for some people to come up on here, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about a few things, and yeah, man. Let me see. What's up with it, my boy? What's going on with you? Are you serious right now? This shit gonna make me do this shit every time. Tyler, Michael Myers, Tyler. Yo, what's up with it, bro? I know this shit ain't gonna make me do that shit every time. Hold on. I'm on my phone. I haven't been on my phone live for a long ass time. Um, but apparently StreamYard wants to fucking act stupid. I may end this one and come back because I ain't gonna be doing this shit all the fucking time. Hold on. Oh hell no. Oh yeah, StreamYard's getting petty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave StreamYard. For real, for real. I got dubbed by I got banned by Dubs and Gunner for saying that they are being dishonest about what they preach, talking about family threads, etc. Seems like they dislike the truth. That's an understatement. Of course, they don't like the truth. So yeah, they've been celebrating their little thing. I actually wasn't gonna do nothing on it. They've been on live for a long ass time, which is cool. Whatever. I wasn't even gonna do a live tonight, but with everything's been going on the last couple of days, last couple of weeks, and people pretty much saying that he don't have a plaque and all that shit. All of a sudden, he comes up with the plaque, right? Um, the dude said that he was banned for 365 days because he got a strike when that strike that he got was over 2 years ago. When his channel got demonetized, strike. Look, he will never show you the proof of when he got the strike. He's gonna make it sound good. So indeed, YouTube does uh keep the plaque from you if you get a strike. They make you wait up to 365 days. But they also do not give you the plaque if you buy subscribers. And it's just funny to me that especially since I've been emphasizing the fact that he doesn't have a plaque, even though he has 143,000, 140 something subscribers, all of a sudden, when he needs it the most, he finally got his plaque. Well, all you really have to do is go to Amazon and buy 100,000 subscriber congratulations congratulatory plaque, and it looks the same. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one, and hey, he fakes the funk. I'm gonna fake the funk too. I'm gonna be like this. Look, I'm gonna buy 1,000. I'm a 1,000 subscriber plaque. I'm gonna put it in the background. I'm gonna buy 100,000 subscribers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna buy a million subs plaque that looks the same. The same. All of a sudden, this dude has the plaque now. When people have been giving him a hard time, rightfully so. All of a sudden, this dude has a plaque. um, like I said, he likes mixing truth with lies. Now, I do hope that if it's true, they go make me look stupid. Put the proof. Let me see the email that YouTube sends you for everything, saying congratulations, here's your 100,000 subscriber plaque. Because YouTube will literally AdSense everything. They will send you that. All of us that are content creators, we know. YouTube, we know. Period. So I want to see that first and foremost. Is he gonna show it? Hell no. But if he does and proves me wrong, good shit. Good shit. But I'm sorry, bro. I don't believe you, dog. I don't believe you, bro. Oh my god. So until you show the proof, not the plaque, because anybody can manufacture that plaque. Anybody can manufacture 100,000 subscriber plaque, let alone 1 million. Go, I'm telling you guys, look it up. Google it. Look it up on Amazon. Look at how many people, even on YouTube, buy a subscriber, 100,000, 1 million subscriber YouTube plaque, and you'll be shocked at how realistic some of them look. Some of them look fucking like garbage, but I'm telling you, go ahead. Don't take my word for it. Go ahead and look for it. And people are gonna say that I'm hating on them and I'm just trying to poop, um, poo poo on their party and this and that. But it's just like, come on, bro. All of a sudden, if I didn't know how this food operated before, like he's just not gonna, he ain't gonna pull the wool over my eyes, bro. It's just not gonna happen. It's, and the fact is that the dude right next to him, Dubs, is just like sitting there going along with it. That is the craziest part. But you know, you sell your soul to the devil for money. There's really no saving that type of behavior, you know. But that's why I named the live. I'm gonna buy a plaque myself just to prove a point. So if you guys look, you guys don't have to believe me. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if it's. I will be shocked if it's real. I will be shocked if it's real because he tried to say that he got a strike a year ago. Man, that motherfucker got a strike way before that. The strike that he got when he got his channel demonetized happened over 2.5, almost 2.5 years ago. So why did it make him? But he tried to say, "Oh, right to the day. Oh, it's been a year. It's been a year, and I got my plaque." All of a sudden, when they were questioning you, when people were clowning you, as far as oh shit, I know. So keep in mind, guys. I know that he's bought subscribers. I know this for a fact. Trust me when I say this. I don't have to make up lies. Google it too. What are the reasons why YouTube will not give you a plaque? Or at least they don't have to give you a plaque type shit because you violate their terms and conditions. One of them is yes, as a strike for up to 365 days, like he said earlier on his live, on the first live, I think. And another one is if you bought subscribers, because YouTube is constantly looking for fake subscribers, taking them off. You know, people that buy bots and sell them. YouTube doesn't like that shit. They don't like that shit. They're not gonna give you a plaque if you have fake subscribers that you bought off the dudes that are scamming YouTube. You know, this is a big company. You know, and what I'm saying is like the dude mixes truth with lies all the time. He's a master of doing it, but not with me. And the crazy part is that you don't have to be smart. All you have to do is look it up. You know, like. But if you don't have somebody to decipher it like me, you might imagine. Imagine. Now, like I said, I hope I'm wrong. Bro. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, bro. Because I know for a fact that he's bought subscribers, and maybe he didn't get caught. Maybe I don't know. But I know for a fact he got a strike over 2.5 years ago, not 365 days ago. I know for a fact. I remember that's when he started Gunner's profiles. That's when he started Gunner's profiles. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's just like, once again, go on Amazon. And look, you'll be, if they could fucking make counterfeit fucking US dollar bills, what makes you think they can't make a bullshit ass counterfeit fucking 100,000 subscriber plaque? They have $1 million subscriber. They even have 1,000 subscriber. Matter of fact, I'm sure I probably got that shit when I got my first 1,000 subscribers. Just as like a little novelty type of shit, you know, not actually claiming that YouTube sent it to me, you know. But whenever this dude gets exposed and he feels the heat, he scrambles and tries to see like he really is a fucking assuming it's true. He really is one of them individuals that, um, So like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong because a plaque, it's not a big deal. Let's just say that he didn't get the plaque, and because of that, and he really did get the plaque. Because coincidences are a motherfucker, right? Um, Congratulations if you got your plaque. Congratulations. I could care less about your plaque. I could care less about your subscriber count and things like that. No disrespect to his subscribers. I'm just saying, I don't care about the count. Since day one, I've been out here exposing his lies. And even if this is true, this still doesn't take away from all the lies that he's ever told. You know what I'm saying? Uh, just because, just because even like he's got caught in all these lies and he finally has something that's true, like even if it's true, like to me it's just like it doesn't matter, it's a plaque, right? But I'm sorry, I'll be the first to admit that, man, I just I wouldn't put it past him, bro. I would not put. And I know you motherfuckers are gonna think I'm salty and this and that, I'm hating. Bro, cut it out. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out, bro. Like, look, if anything, this is funny to me. This is fucking funny to me because the timing. Look at the timing. Look at the timing, bro. All of a sudden, a few people hit him up on the plaque, and I doubt that this dude was Machiavellian enough to be sitting on the plaque the whole time. And when people started questioning, because this started happening a few months ago, uh, I wasn't even the first one that said that where's your plaque at? I actually heard that shit from somebody else, and I've probably been the most recent one that actually just threw it out there, like as another case in point as far as his lies. And all of a sudden, I make two videos that one he responded to yesterday. I fucking hit him in the nuts again, and now today he has a plaque. Think about it. It's the weekend, bro. It's the fucking weekend, bro. He got the plaque on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like make it make sense. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Like it's not about being salty. It's about having common sense. The dude magically pops up with a plaque after he feels the heat of me exposing him and his girlfriend, and now he has a plaque magically appeared, and he don't even have it in the background. Why doesn't he have it in the background? He showed it. He showed it briefly. But even if he shows it all the way, like he showed it real quick, and boom, he took it out. He could put it up and everything. Um, just he's the one that always claims that he's a counterpuncher, but in reality, I'm the one. I'm the one that defends myself. And it's just crazy that it takes up some of my time. Unfortunately, but like I said, man, hey, shit, I ain't doing nothing else tonight. I got time right now. I got time. I'm Paru. And I know people out there that have nothing invested in this. They have no emotional investment. They have. It's easy for them to say like, "Hey, man, this and that, enough of this. You guys are this. You guys are that." I get it. I used to say the same shit when I used to see dudes troll them dudes and all that. But what you gotta understand is that you don't have nothing invested in this. And my family was put in danger. My address exposed and everything. Once again, yeah, oh yeah, Crimea River. I'm just saying. Easier said than done if you've never been affected, personally affected by this shit. Paru! I got time today, cuz. So I mean, at the very least, uh, can I speculate? I have a YouTube channel, right? I mean, I have the right to have a phone and do all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this dude would have never did what he did, employed a whole OG triple OG troll to go after me, my family, had people call my daughter, threatening me. My daughter started crying. I'm telling you, man, that motherfucker did a lot of shit, and he didn't even do it directly. He was just coaching dudes to do it. Um, Man, I wish a lot of you guys were on here, and a good amount of you guys on my channel know what the fuck happened. But a lot of you guys don't. You know, so let me see. Justin says, "Who's chasing your address was leaked, and did anyone come?" It doesn't matter. It's the principle. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if anybody came or not. Shit, if they would have came, they would have got some bullets. Period. Um, and I'm not saying that because I'm fucking badass or not. My wife is she owns guns legally. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take that risk any day, even if I was the one that had one illegally. It don't matter. My point is, it doesn't matter whether they came or not. It's the intention. So if they would have came, that's the only. So basically, I'm not saying I don't know what you mean by that question, but basically, if they didn't come, it's okay. But if they came, it's not okay. Is that what you're saying? So you're telling me that if I were to expose your address right now, and I am on the green light list from the active side, and people, I was close to Vegas when it happened. I was right next to Cali. You really mean to tell me that you would be okay when you have a wife and three kids in your home? At the time, I had my little 1 year old. Like, you're telling me right now that it's okay? No, no, it's not okay. Because just because nothing happened doesn't mean it's okay. Something very well could have happened. Let me expose your address right now, and you go ahead and try to convince your wife and your kids, oh, it's just YouTube. It's just YouTube. Nothing's gonna happen, when you know damn well, when you don't know whether something's gonna happen or not. Somebody comes to my house and they happen to try to come strapped up, even if I get the best out of that scenario, guess who's going to prison? Guess who my family's losing? Me. Let's just say they shoot me before I shoot them. They're gonna lose me that way, or they're gonna lose me if I get the fucking heads up on them, because I'm going to prison. I'm a fucking felon. You know, it's just like it's a no-win situation. I will never dox or do some shit like that to anybody, anybody. And for the life of me, it's just crazy how this piece of shit still pretends like he never did nothing, because he can't risk losing his subscribers. And the crazy part is that I don't even bro, people are gonna rock with this dude no matter what. I don't care. People are missing the point. Like, they think I'm out here hating on his subscribers. I don't care about that. I don't care about his count, his success. The fact of the matter is, he's always going to be successful to some certain people. But while I'm here and I have time, I'm gonna speak on it. I don't. If I want to, I'm gonna do it. If I don't want to, I won't. Period. Once again, I did not. I told you yesterday I wasn't gonna speak on this no more. But you guys gotta at least understand me. Come on, guys. Understand at least that the coincidence here. That all of a sudden I mentioned Plaque a couple of times. He's feeling the heat, and now he pops up with this Plaque after he hasn't had it for a year. Out of all times. Coincidences are a motherfucker. I understand. Like, they can be. But come on, bro. Come on. Cut it out, dog. Cut it out. Hey, bro. Oh my God. Look, as long as I open up one one person's eyes every time I do a live, when I do a live, I've already done my job. You know? That's just fucking funny. That's just fucking. Look at Justin. Justin, come on, bro. You still. That's Gunner right there. Gunner's Justin. Nah, I don't know who that is, but. Cálmate. Cálmate. ¿Por qué, güey? ¿Por qué me tengo que calmar? Because you say so? I gotta calm down because you say so? You don't have to be on. See, the thing is that you don't have to be on my live, just like I don't have to watch your live, or like you, or fuck with you, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be here. The fact that you're on here, trying to tell me to calm down or something like that when I'm having a good time. Come on, dog. Come on. Cut it out, bro. Let me have my fun. What's so bad about me having my fun, bro? Well, speaking some truth. Well, what's wrong, bro? I'm making a little too much sense. I'm making a little too much sense. It has nothing to do with hate. It has everything to do with satisfaction at this point. Because I used to hate the motherfucker. Let them do that to your family and see if you guys won't hate somebody. No matter how many times motherfuckers want to deny it. But can't keep an audience. Uh Look, you've been here for more than 2 minutes. Thank you for a disco monopolo. Thank you, bro. Oh, what the fuck? You turned against me already? Damn, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Another one bites the dust. None of us believe Runner, and I remember all that bullshit. Yeah, Glenn, you've been here for a while, bro. Those of us that actually have a brain and actually care about morals don't look at it like I'm being petty. We don't look at it like like I'm trying to be petty or hate on them. You know, because a lot of people probably gonna be like, "Hey, why can't you just congratulate the homie? Why can't you just?" Hey, I've already said it when I started this live, bro. If it's really true, congratulations. I honestly don't care if you have 100,000 subscribers or not. I'm just saying because of all the shit that he's done, I don't believe it, bro. I don't believe it. You know, and like, just like the fucking Savage Studio shit, like some of you guys have mentioned in the comments, you know, you guys know how dangerous it could be if somebody. Thankfully, that I've never disrespected people on YouTube. I've never had beef with anybody. The only fucking JCat that I've had beef with on YouTube is this dude. This dude. That's it. I don't disrespect people. I don't do anything like that. You know, and Savage Studios is hated. Was hated just like a lot of people don't like Gunner. Because he made his own bed and Gunner's made his own bed. I am very conscious as far as what I say and what I don't say. Um, it's bad enough that people know that I went to the side, meaning like even though my homies still fuck with me, whatever, I can go through my neighborhood. It's not like I could sit there and chill. I could if I really want to push the issue and go and chill in my neighborhood, my homies ain't gonna do shit. They may not agree with it. Then what I'm saying is eventually there's gonna be that one youngster, someone even from my neighborhood, it's gonna be like, hey, nah, get the fuck out of here and smoke me. So even though my homeboys know that I never snitched, never debriefed, never did that, I still went to the side. And no matter how much work I put in, and they know I put in work for my neighborhood and everything. My name was solid and everything. I would never disrespect an active neighborhood like that, even my neighborhood that I grew up in. Because just like you knew what you signed up for, I know the rules of the game, and I would never try to go back and post up in my neighborhood like I was still active. Just even though some of my active homeboys just like just still like nod their head and that's that. As far as it goes, you know. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. So it's bad enough that if I catch the right one that doesn't like me, especially because of YouTube now, they could take my life. They could take my life. You know what I'm saying? They get caught, they're gonna do life in prison. That's gonna be their burden. And then I'm gonna be free. I'm gonna be free forever. I've been living on borrowed time for a very long time. But just because I've been living on borrowed time and I've already died before, doesn't mean that I'm gonna sit here, lie on my lives, disrespect people's families, call people out like Savage Studios, and do all that BS. I'm not a stupid man. You know, um, so yeah, so it's just funny to me that people would find it okay that a dude could literally disrespect everybody, but allow him to justify it because he's a counterpuncher when he's not, and it's okay, it's all good. Like, but I'm the hater. I'm the one that hates, when all I ever do is just speak facts and some logic. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I still don't even have to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, who knows if it's true? You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't say that or do that or give anybody the benefit of the doubt. He would just straight up say that motherfucker's lying. You know what I'm saying? If the shoe wasn't there, the foot, that motherfucker would say straight up that with no ifs and buts about it. So I say this. Hey, show us, Gunner, show us the email from YouTube to congratulate. congratulatory email that everybody gets that your plaque is on its way. It's been shipped. Because I know other YouTubers. I actually called a few YouTubers that have that plaque, one in particular, and shut me up. Shut me up. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. At the end of the day, it's just a plaque. It doesn't mean you never lied before. It's just one subject, one instance that you maybe are telling the truth on. But I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, dog. I do not believe you. Especially the timing and the fact that anybody could buy a plaque like that. Anybody. So go ahead, put it in the background. And if it's fake, I don't know. Maybe YouTube won't let you get away with that. I'm gonna research that shit too. Uh, will YouTube allow you to have a monetized video with a fake plaque in the background? I'm gonna look that up too. That's a good one because I don't want to buy a fake plaque and on Amazon and then get fucking demonetized for just for clowning. So I'm gonna have to look that up anyways because I'm gonna get one myself. I'm gonna get one myself. uh, hey, look, we don't know if it's fake 100%, man. I'm just saying I don't believe it, bro. Can I be wrong? Yeah, I could be wrong. Stranger things have happened. But the timing and the caliber of the individual and knowing the fact that he got the strike over 2.5 years ago when his channel got demonetized, like to me, he's like, and if he got another strike after that, then I know for sure if you get two strikes, you ain't gonna get a plat. You know, just putting everything together and me knowing everything and how that dude is, just like, it's not hating, bro. It's logic, bro. It's just like, it's like solving a puzzle. You know, they probably sell them on Temu. No, they sell them on Amazon. I'm telling you, go to Amazon right now. Go to Amazon, Google it. They have fake plaques, authentic looking plaques from YouTube for sale. You have to pay like $80 or something like that. I'm telling you, go look for it. Go look for it. If you don't believe me, go look for it. They got cheap ass ones, they got expensive ones, they got authentic looking ones. Go look for that shit, bro. I don't believe it, and if I'm wrong, I will not apologize. Oh, shit. Look, I'm a man, right? If I'm wrong, I will apologize, but not to him, to his subscribers. If I am wrong and he shows the email, because that's the only way we're gonna know for sure. Meaning, like, because we know the truth of the dude. But the only way we're gonna know if that plaque is real is if he shows that shit email from either ads Google, YouTube. For all of us that are content creators, we know that YouTube sends you that email. And I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, any milestone like that, and the fact that he put it on, like I said, once again, he said that he hadn't got it for the last year because he got a strike. When in reality, I know of one strike that he's gotten 2.5 years ago. Last time I checked, I may not be fucking a mathematician, but that's over 365 days. And you could also not get your plaque. Why? Drum roll. For buying subscribers, fake subscribers. Go look it up. You don't have to believe me. Google it. Google, can YouTube stop keep you from getting your 100,000 subscriber plaque for buying fake subscribers? Yes. Can it also keep you from doing it because you get a strike in up to 365 days? Yes, that's also true. So I just feel like the dude is mixing truth with lies once again. And knowing that, and if it is true and it's fake, bro, you see, got the other dummy right next to him just going along and people donating, congratulating him. Like, the deceit is crazy. The deceit is crazy. Poor people. It's probably them with fake accounts giving themselves money, bro, honestly. YouTubers be doing that shit. Disco and Monopolo. What happened, dog? I thought you were only here for 2 minutes. Last time I checked, you've been in here for like 10 minutes already, bro. Hold on. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. What happened? 2 minutes? Hold on. Hold on. My, my watch is broken. I'm pretty sure it's been over 2 minutes. Monopolo, what happened, dog? Why you hate me all of a sudden? We used to be cool, bro. He is going to catch a grip of grief if it's fake. Well, the thing is that he's not going to this is not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere because he's never going to show it. He's never going to show the proof, and he's never going to not. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just going to stop talking about it. And to me, I want to do a live, and I just wanted to have some fun and tell you guys some interesting facts on this. So if you guys really want to go check it out yourself, you don't have to take my word for it. You do not have to take my word for it. Change the battery. He's going to catch him yet. What a clown. Yeah, he is, bro. He really is. I just ordered a Plaque too, but I went for 1 million subscribers. Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, if I get one that's going to be for 1 million subscribers, shit, I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you got to go for broke, my boy? You know what I'm saying? God, bro. This is just too good. This is just too classic. Somebody actually hit me up earlier, and I was at work. God damn, bro, I was tired as shit. Thank God this fucking beer gave me a little bit of energy, and I was just like, fuck it, man. Let me do a live real quick, cause it was just like I thought about not doing it, but when I seen it, I was just like, come on, bro. Like, how fucking deceitful can you really be, bro? I mean, like I said, assuming if it's not true, I don't know, bro. It's crazy. I shouldn't even be giving this dude the benefit of the doubt, honestly, because I know how he is, bro, who he is, more than anybody on YouTube. But, it's just like everything that I know, and for a fact, to me, it's just like, nah, bro. I just, I have to stay true to my beliefs. I have to stay true to my beliefs, bro. And like I said, just like people are gonna like him and hate me, people are gonna like me and hate him. You know, only difference is I never done anybody wrong, and I fucking never lied to anybody on YouTube. If anything, I've been fucking brutally honest to a fault, to a fault. You know, but people are gonna believe a bigger channel, especially when there's two bigger channels. Um, they assume that because they have big ass channels that they're automatically that their word is gospel. That they're telling the truth and all that. But I just, like I said once again, this is fucking hilarious to me. This is fucking hilarious. The timing. If nothing else, put aside all the concrete evidence, right? If for nothing else, the timing. The fucking timing of my last two videos. Not trying to make it about myself. I'm just saying, like, this fool wants it, like, I'm easy to forget and all that. Whatever this dude says, whatever, believe the opposite. Meaning, if he talks about somebody and they're easy to forget or he's a nobody and he doesn't want to say their name, you best believe that that's the person on their mind, living in their mind. A couple of weeks ago, you were dropping original content every other day. I've been working, motherfucker, and I got videos ready to go. I just been working, and this dude has been just putting his fucking foot in his mouth. And notice I've only been doing lives. I haven't even dropped videos, bro. I dropped the Tory Lane videos real quick, and I'm gonna interview somebody. I've been having him on hold, not because of this shit, because I've been tired. Actually, I was gonna do him yesterday, the interview with him yesterday. But that dude wanted to speak on me and my wife again and all that shit, making up lies and everything. So if you're mad because I haven't dropped videos, my original content, I have original content. There's over 300 and something videos. Go look at my old shit because I'm pretty sure you have not looked at 300 of my videos. So if you're mad at that, bro, go look for some of my videos. Go ahead. He already nobody bad, but you believe his bullshit up. Just another dude that sees me as a hater. Well, I believe in that dude because just because the crazy part is what you're telling me is that because he keeps dropping content that because of that he must be telling the truth. And I cannot sit there and defend myself. I can't counterpunch when he disrespects my family and makes a whole video with lies about me putting hands on my wife. And when my wife literally went on my life when she didn't even have to, it's just crazy to me how some people like you, bro. I know I get it. You guys are you watch YouTube, you have nothing invested in this, but you're not gonna sit here and tell me when the fuck you drop a video content or not. I don't give a fuck what you say because I'm gonna keep dropping videos, original content, because I've done it for years. I've done it for years and I'll continue to do it. And unlike him, I don't make my shit up. I do not make stories up. Those are all my real true stories. So I could do this, take a pause if I want to, and then go back and do videos when I fucking feel like it. Period, bro. You're not gonna dictate my life, bro. I don't try to dictate your life. I don't even know who you are, bro. You got a fucking funny ass name like Disco El Monopolo. What the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, you see how easily motherfuckers could talk shit? Come on, bro. Get it together, dog. Get it together. You're sitting here literally fucking talking shit on me because I haven't dropped content. So you're gonna take his side because he entertains you. But because I don't entertain you, you're not gonna like me. The fuck? How does that even make sense, bro? It shows the kind of individual mentality that you have. Period. Gunner's been putting his pedal to the metal. Oh shit. Get off his nutsack, bro. CRT said Sharp got his plaque soon as he hit 100. I haven't seen no jumper plaque. Um, as far as no jumper, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know anything about no jumper. Except for the fact that he was big back then. I swear to God, I've only seen like 10 minutes of his lives, meaning like total. I probably tapped into like 3 or 4 of his lives for a couple minutes last 5, 6 years, and I literally was never interested in any of the shit that he was doing, interviewing girls and all that shit, and all that. I knew that dude. I know that dude does porn. You know what I'm saying? I know the basics just like everybody does. That I never seen that fool's channel. I've never been a thirsty ass motherfucker like Does and Gunner. That fucking always no jumper this, Wes Watson that. Like that's not me. That's never been my thing. I do I do my content whether I get subscribers or not, whether I get views or not, and I do it when I do it. Period. I don't serve. My life is not does not consist of being on YouTube all day looking for shit to make content on. I started my channel for the youngsters so that hopefully they could hear my experiences whenever I do drop them. But once again, my videos are my content and my lives are my lives. I could very easily be doing videos on this shit. I did 2 videos, not lives, videos on Dubs, right before the Tory Lane shit to make a point. Because that dude said that I made a bunch of videos on him, which I never had made one single video on him. So I made 2 of them back to back just to prove a point, and I made money off of them. But that's not me. Why? Because these lives right here, yeah, you guys are on here watching these lives and it brings people for the entirety of the live. That's it. 100 people, 50 people, 30, 10 people, no matter how many. And that's it. Once it's over, it's over. YouTube does not push lives after the fact. YouTube pushes out videos. They push out content. That's how we make our money. The only money that you make on lives is the super chats that people donate to you, period. If I really was a fucking scumbag like them cats, I really could have did all this in pieces and did videos so that no matter what, you guys would have tuned in and I would have got thousands of views and I would have made money off of it. Now you tell me who's the real piece of shit. Nothing wrong with making money. I'm just saying, you can never say that that's my initial and my whole motivation, making money. Just like the LA icon and his wife and all that. If I really wanted to make money, Shit, I could have made some money off of that. I'm cool, bro. I'm not gonna make money off of somebody disrespecting somebody else's wife. You know what I'm saying? But what is Gunner do? He makes videos on lies about my wife, me, once again, brings in Flacco and his situation with his wife, all that airs dirty laundry while the man is in prison, can't even defend himself. He cannot even defend himself. But he does it as a smokescreen to eventually get to me. And it's funny, bro. Like people think I have a big old complex that, I hate. You guys don't understand that when me and Gunner first started this shit, this fucking beef shit, that motherfucker had 9,000 subscribers, bro. That fool didn't have no goddamn subscribers, bro. You know what I'm saying? As far as what he thinks he is these days. You guys are missing that point. You motherfuckers come on here and you see this dude with this big channel, and all of a sudden he's a king. Come on, man. Miss me with that shit, bro. Man. Hey, somebody get rid of Monopolo, bro. I'm tired of that dude already. You really, every that you really have to get on APA's nerves for you to get the fuck off my channel. And you're somebody that has earned it today. One of my moderators, get rid of Monopolo. I don't want him on here. He's disrespectful, crying all the time about, oh, my daddy Gunner, what's the content? Please, bro, it will be a pleasure if I never see you on my comments ever again, bro. I wish you the best for you and your family and all that, but you are a groupie that got brainwashed. And it's just sad to see. It really is sad to see. Why hate on Gunner Dubs? Get on with your life. Tell them the same thing. Tell them the same thing. Matter of fact, go to the video that Gunner did when he says L and Lacra. Lacra, he's talking about me. Go ahead. Tell him the same thing. Go and tell him the same thing, then you can come back and tell me the same thing. Tell them to stop talking about me and then stop pretending like I'm the one I was talking about them. I wasn't even talking about them. They invited me on the live. They invited me. They called me out. I was going on with my life, doing a reaction on Renegade Media on a Dubs video. Where I could do a reaction on anybody on YouTube. American Cholo, Dubs, anybody. They called me out, and this is when it all started. They've been talking about me while pretending like they don't. Because I'm a small channel. They don't want to give me no clout, right? Then stop talking about me, motherfucker. You'll never mention my name. Then stop throwing subliminals. Stop disrespecting me. Stop saying stupid shit, bro. Period. And then they go on a live and like, oh, have a good vibe. Like, we're good people. Nobody's talking about him. But when they do videos, they throw subliminals. So those who do know who they're talking about, you're still talking shit, motherfucker. Get rid of Tyler too. Get rid of that dude too. I don't got patience tonight. I don't have no patience for fucking weenies tonight. Period. Go play your game. You're telling me to go play my game. What do you mean by that, bro? What do you mean by that? Go play your game. How can you possibly explain that? Explain it, bro. Hold on. If you haven't blocked him yet, hold on. Let him explain it. I can still read it on here. It'll come on. I want to see how he fucking explains him saying, go play your game. Nice try, motherfucker. Crazy, bro. You guys already know I always let on trolls and all that. I could care less. But tonight, it's not the night, bro. I'm tired of shit. I didn't even want to come on here. And when I say that, I really didn't want to fucking come on here. But, you know, tonight wasn't even like to expose nothing. Tonight is just like the big question mark. Should I get a fake YouTube plaque? Is it real? Is it not? I don't know. I'm asking, like, what do you guys think? Hit a one if you think it's fake. Come on, man. No hating, no nothing. It's an honest question. Come on. It could be real. Look, he didn't even deserve me giving the benefit of the doubt. But let me go ahead and for a second give him the benefit of the doubt once again. What do you guys think? You think the plaque is real? You think it's fake? You think the timing is too convenient? Uh, Mike Hawk, a win for the raza. Nah, bro, Mike Hawk, you're caught up in the whole raza thing. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Unfortunately, anybody that really is for the raza will eventually get hated on, and that's not why I hate on them. I don't hate on them at all. I just expose the truth. Period. Mike Hawk, look, bro. With all due respect, bro. Uh, I if they were really for the raza, even if you would have hated on me, cool. But I just don't. As far as Dubs, I mean, shit. Like, look, like I said, with Dubs, man. Look, bro. I'm talking about Gunner for the most part, bro. Dubs, he just can't admit his true status, you know. And then he disrespected the shit out of me, calling me names, a bitch, and all that shit, right? And that's what to me is just like, look, I don't know. Anybody that sits there and condones a dude, anybody that makes a video talking about is wrong about LA Icon's wife getting disrespected and his best friend disrespects my wife, come on, bro. Like, it speaks for itself. I don't even want, I'm not, I don't want to litigate all that shit. Those are going to make the Raza look sassy. They rats too. Shit. Christian 805 says, yeah, it's real. You can look it up. Okay, enlighten us. Christian, Christian, with all due respect, my boy, enlighten us. Let us know in the comments how we could look up that the plaque is real. Let us know. Let us know how we could go into Gunner's private encrypted email from YouTube and AdSense so that we could actually see whether that plaque is real or not. I'm not talking about he showed the plaque. You could buy a plaque that looks exactly like that on Amazon. Go look it up yourself. Go look it up yourself. Go on Amazon. Look up 100,000 subscriber plaque. Go look it up. Unless you have paperwork and you know something that we don't know, Mike Hawk, we're not angry about the plaque. I'm a mom's rest in peace, Mike Hawk. We are not. I'm not mad about the plaque. I swear to God, I'm not mad at him. Because the fact of the matter is that he doesn't need a plaque. The plaque might as well be fucking worthless. Because that dude is doing his thing. He's making money. You know, he's thriving. It's never been about his subscribers and his success. It's never been about that. I swear to God, it's never been about that. And I said that shit 1,000 times. He's a liar. He went after my family once again, bro. I'm telling you, it's never been about his success. The dude, if anything, I've said I wanted to fucking do something with him when I first came on YouTube. What kind of hater would admit that? If I was a true hater, why would I admit that I wanted to do something with the dude? You know what I'm saying? The reason that I is because he keeps lying and keeps deceiving people, bro. Like, to me, it's just like, it's crazy. Um, you guys don't even know about the fake raffles and everything. It's been 4 years worth of shit that I know of, and he's been on YouTube before then. You guys just don't understand the history. You just don't understand it. Just missing the comma, you stupid. Looks fake. Doesn't YouTube put a comma for the 100,000? Why didn't he show the YouTube letter? I'm telling you, Miser Mike. I'm trying to tell you, doggy. Unless that dude shows a letter or his email or something, I'm telling you, bro. All of a sudden, the plaque was being questioned the last 2 months, and then the last week, and all of a sudden he produces a plaque. He's good. He's creative, but not while we're here. 999, never mind. Oh no, I know. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing lives, bro. I haven't dropped no videos. These are my lives. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having a good time. These lives don't give me no subscribers. They don't give me no money. They don't give me nothing. I'm just fucking chilling with you guys, bro. I can't chill with you guys. Like I said before, like I said before, look, my lives don't get me shit. If I really was cloud chasing and wanted to fucking make money off their fucking shit and everything, I would do this as videos. Anybody that's a content creator knows the truth of those words. We're doing a live right now. We're chilling. We're chilling with and Dylan. We're having a good time, and we're gonna see if it's true or not. Actually, we're not gonna see if it's true or not. It's never gonna happen. Like I said, unless the dude comes out with the AdSense, the emails and all that shit, it's never gonna happen. But it's just another attempt. I could be wrong, but I doubt if I'm wrong. And like I said, if I'm wrong and he comes out and he shows the email and everything, bro, that shit better be the most authentic shit ever. I will apologize to his subscribers, not to him, because I don't know him shit. He made his own bed. He has to lay in it now. This is just too rich, like my white people say. It's too rich, bro. The timing is just so fucking audacious. I'll give him that. He's an audacious motherfucker. That fool has a lot of audacity. And who has the bigger audacity, him or the dude next to him that's playing along with it? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I know for a fact that this is a response to my last live. Notice on the last video he never mentioned Listo and the shit with my wife because he know he got proven wrong when Listo made a video saying that it never happened. So he knows what to say again, what to repeat and what not to repeat. You know, you're not dealing with a stupid man, um, but you're also not dealing with a stupid man when it comes to me. So, um, yeah, we'll see what's up, man. Or we won't. They have him on Amazon for $69.99. I know that's what I was saying earlier. Um, Legit ones. No, you could get a legit looking one, bro. For real. It's not gonna cost you $10. It costs you 69, 80 bucks, $100. You know, it's just it's gonna happen. You know, I ain't letting nobody on my unless I know you. I ain't letting nobody on my fucking life. I usually let anybody on. I even let on some white dude from Georgia or somewhere fucking down south in the East Coast, like probably like down south from where I'm at. But that dude was drinking Everclear or some shit with 211. I was just like, man, why did I let this dude on? He was funny though. But as far as that, nah, bro. And with that name, damn, how you gonna sit there with that name right there and ask me to drop the link, bro? When you know my kids are, come on, brother. Mike Hawk says, I think it's great. Any homie, north, south, bad or good actor, so we need to get happy for my Cali homie. Like I said, brother, look, if you expect me to get happy for that dude, it's probably not gonna happen. Um, because of what he's done. I'll be the first to admit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be. I know that I'm very biased when it comes to him, and rightfully so. But I could be unbiased in many aspects when it comes to him or anybody else. But unfortunately, and fortunately, I'm not stupid, and I know his techniques, and um, I'm gonna actually trust my instincts before I ever trust one of his creative lies. It's just not gonna happen. Anybody else? And why not? That's probably him asking for the link. Probably wants to come on here and just talk shit or something. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction. If you come on here with your actual Gunners Collective account or whoever wants to come on, I'll let you on. um, I'll let you on. Yeah, don't come with an anonymous name. Don't come on with an anonymous name. Not tonight. I'm too fucking tired. I'm cool. You need to get one. Show does and does how it really goes. No, that's the thing. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one. Oh, you think it's the Everclear guy? You mean? Nah, I'm definitely not gonna let him on. Maybe another night, Everclear. Not tonight, bro. You're 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 depressing, bro. No disrespect, dog, but you're depressing, bro. You're literally sitting there drinking yourself to death. And I drink, but I don't drink hard liquor, and I sure as hell don't mix it. You know. And but that dude was literally fucking drinking fucking Everclear and fucking chasing it down with 211. Ugh, damn. No, yeah, no, the Everclear guy. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Narcissistic for sure, 100%. Yeah, man. Gisela, I see you, mama. I see you laughing before and all that. Appreciate you for tapping in. It's just funny. I'm telling you, man. Like, shout out to Gisela. Um, and Rogue just said, use real accounts, putos. All right. Yeah, if you want to come on the live, man, use real accounts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you really have something to say, you don't have to agree with me. You know, you can come out here and ask me anything you want. I mean that. Any question you want. But, like, let it be known. You know? Remember when I put up the telephone number, motherfuckers just calling just to fucking troll like who fucking does that shit, bro? Like for kids. That's just fucking funny. But yeah, man, yeah, other than that, man, I mean shit. I am gonna find out if I could get a plaque. I mean I could get a plaque, I could buy it. But I gotta find out whether YouTube will give me a strike or fuck with my channel or demonetize me if I have a plaque in the background. You know what I'm saying? I gotta really find out that because if that's the case, then I can't even do it clowning. I can't even do it clowning. Um, Now, if YouTube does allow you to do that, then I'll do it. And then it don't even matter if you have a real one or a fake one in the background. You know. But the fact of the matter is that, like I said, man, that strike that dude got was over 2.5 years ago, not a year ago, and it's just crazy. Unless he got a second strike, which I doubt that dude's really. I would be shocked if YouTube will give you second strike, man. Your channel will be gone. I remember when he got his first strike. He got demonetized. He was all depressed. He started Gunner's profiles, burned Sin City and everything. That happened over 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. Now, if you got a second strike a year ago, exactly 365 days to the day of him being pushed up off of the plaque, come on, bro. Oh, God. Mr. Tech, I hear you, Mr. Tech. Yeah, that come on, sure. Nah, I appreciate you guys, man. Um, for real, for real. I know I've said it for the last fucking week. Sorry, guys. I've been even on my days off, bro. I have the kids and everything. I'm not. It's not an easy situation for me. Um, but I've been working, bro, and I will drop some content real soon. If anything, one of the boys, not one of my homeboys, nothing like that, but I'm gonna interview this Wood, man. Went through YA, prison, the shoe, everything, bro. He has a great story, man. Great story. Matter of fact, we did an hour and a half interview, and the fucked up thing was that for some reason, as soon as I connected my headphones, I paused the interview. I connected my headphones at the 11th minute and some change, and after that 11th minute, I could not hear none of his fucking recording. And it was a great interview, man. I was gonna do a two-part premiere on it because it was that compelling. It's been a very long time since I've done interviews like that, and the dude had a very good It's a story. um, and it's unfortunate that my shit fucked up. So I was gonna redo it yesterday because he works, I work, and I was just like, fuck, I got off work. I was like, all right, fuck it, bro, let's do this. But the J Cat, did that video, like I said, talking about my family. Um, and I was just like, look, my bad, bro. I can't even do it, bro. I'm not even in the mental space right now to be able to concentrate on a video right now. Um, I'm gonna do a live right now. I have to address some shit. That's why I did the live so early. Um, so so we're gonna redo that for you guys. We're gonna have that coming. We have another. I have a Compton story. Prison. It's a good story. It's a stabbing. I'm not saying that's good. I'm saying the story. The events that led up to it. An old neighborhood that died out as well. It has a little bit of a couple elements, and then I also have another one that I was supposed to recrop off the live that I did. I'm gonna put that up. It's for what the fuck? What was that one? I just did it on my live the other day. I can't even remember what the fuck. Um, but I don't know what was there. Um, let's see. Who's the hardest faceta on YouTube, Bell? Skinner or Dubs? Oh shit. The hardest? Yeesh. I don't know. I don't know. Are they even answer the question, Perra? Oh shit. Damn, bro. Can you let me answer? That motherfucker. Oh shit. Oh shit. I think I know who the biggest percent on YouTube is now. You, Joe, since you said that. Answer the question, perra. That's funny. I was actually gonna say that I don't know, bro. I mean, they claim not to be PCs. I mean, whoever believes that shit. Do I beef it with Neil Zod? I don't beef with anybody else at all. Period. And that little bullshit that I had going on with a hater world is over as your squash. And that was only because the dude kept throwing shots at certain things. And if I was wrong, I was wrong. As a man, you know, I expressed my as far as like the circumstances and why I thought this or that, and we're cordial now. And that's just what it is. That's what a man does. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm not, I'm not. You know, the only piece of shit I have fucking I would beef. It's not even I wouldn't even call it beef, bro. I would call it like beef, of course, but it's like it's beyond that, bro. It's beyond that. It's beyond animosity. Artie Marine says both. Three, all three of them, right? Joe and fucking them two other J-Cats. Neil Dezad. Now I remember Neil Dezad. I never I mean he's a he's a black Sureño or Southside or whatever. Um, and I remember all that shit, even when he was beefing with American Cholo, from what I understand now, they don't have issues. He disappeared from YouTube. I don't know what the fuck happened with that. Um, but no, I never did a. He was beefing with Savage Studios a lot at the time. I used to always be on there. I was dropping my content, but I used to always see them two dudes go back and forth. Him and then fucking obviously the J Cat Gunner. I just fucking Gunner has beefed it with everybody on YouTube. He's always been the problem. He's literally always been the problem, bro. At first, when his channel was small, he's the one that used to pick fights. Now that his channel's big, people are speaking on him and picking fights with him. because they see the injustice of it, I guess. A dude such deceitful as him, um, you know, the world, the universe plays out how it's supposed to, you know, and a lot of people see a lot of um, a big injustice and seeing a dude like that making that type of money on YouTube, when he is what he is, and a lot of people have said that. A lot of people have said that, and but hey, it is what it is, bro. I mean, the dude put in the work. That's one thing I will say that Gunner has not put in the work. That motherfucker puts in the work, but the way he does it is a problem. You know, um, the his character, his lack of morals, um, shamelessness. It's just that's what it is. Put aside the fact that the dude has he's a funny character. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never gonna sit here and be like, ah, that fool has no skills or he's not charismatic or anything like that. I've never done that. I'm not a fake person. But it's just aside from that, that fool's a fucking bum. You know? He has no scruples. You know what I'm saying? Alisco said it says new subscriber. You in the suicidal room? Why so white, bro? Nah, bro. I'm in my room, bro. Well, in the room in the house. I'm gonna hook up this room. I'm gonna hook it up real soon. I'm gonna bring everything over here from down the hall. At the end of the day, man, nobody could ever say that APA ever told on anybody to brief and all that. You best believe that these dudes on YouTube, on the streets, they know, they know about me. Meaning, like, and I don't say that to glorify my status or nothing like that. I don't. I swear to God, I don't. Um, but at the end of the day, dudes have, they know someone that knows somebody, and a lot of dudes know my neighborhood, especially my county and all that. You know, and they know, and you best believe that they make random make on me. And unfortunately, politically, I'm an exile. I'm an exile. They know the circumstances and why I went to the side. They know I didn't tell on nobody. They know I never debriefed. I was never validated, of course. They know the work that I put in. They know how I caught my shooting case. They know that I fucking got shot in my chest. I fucking was in a coma for 3 days. I fucking flatlined. They know all the shit that I've been through on my juvenile hall record, everything. They know everything. They know everything. When you talk to my homeboys and whatnot, you run a make and everything. But the thing that they respect most of all, not just that, which arguably could have been erased to some a lot, it was erased the moment I went to the side. I get it, you know. I used to think the same way. But nobody could take away the 15 years that I did and the work that I put in. I put in those hard work, sweat, tears, you know, all the everything that I did. The one thing I did not do, the other dudes are trying to do, is that from day one I came out and I said exactly what it was, what my circumstances were, and I never tried to deceive nobody about it. Period. Period. Because even the circumstance of why I went to the side, a lot of dudes can relate to and be like, man, that's some bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit. But it happened, you know? It happened, you know? Um, it is what it is, you know? So that's why I misinterpreted, just speaking as far as the hater world. For example, because I said earlier, the squash or whatever, he kept talking about PCs, this and that, and I just got tired of that. I got tired of it after a while because to me it's just like, damn, bro, I'm in. A lot of people put me in that boat because technically I am in that boat, even though I'm not the same as some of these dudes. If you want to really split hairs, so eventually I was like, man, bro, fuck this dude, like, so I got frustrated, and I could admit my wrongs, you know what I'm saying? And it turns out that the dude never had an issue with me, wasn't talking about me, and he used to watch some of my shit, whatnot, just like I used to watch I remember when he started, one of my wrenches, one of my main wrenches, one of my APA ladies, that went on to become one of his biggest wrenches, if not the main one. Um, it was just a lot of miscommunication. Not even miscommunication. A lot of misunderstanding on my part as well. And so once I heard that, boom, I'm a man. I could admit my wrongs, and that's what happened. You know. and that's where it stays, in the past. Um, so there's degrees to the whole dropout aspect, but ultimately it doesn't matter what degree you're in. Somebody that's active can't fuck with somebody that's not active. Period. You can show respect, especially on YouTube. To keep the cool, keep the I'm not naive. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like if just because a dude sends his respect doesn't mean he's gonna have me in his fucking studio. Or he's gonna fucking have a beer with me because he can't. He can't. Even if you wanted to, he can't. You know what I'm saying? In another lifetime, but I'm in exile. I'm in political exile. It is what it is. Let's see. Love for the APA. For APA, I appreciate you. Gonna go to sleep. Good you on, bro. That's right, brother. Appreciate you. Um, I checked in también. They ran out of cells during the overcrowding. I checked in también. That's right. So got a bet on the level 4 S&Y. Shit, loved it. Stupid. That's funny. Artie Marine says Steven S7. Rest in peace. That's Savage Studios, right? Yeah, Steven Segala. I think yeah, his name is Segala. Yeah, man, that fool used to talk a lot of shit, man. But he backed it up, you know. And I'm not even saying that to praise him or not praise him. Like it's just like that's a fact. Like the dude used to talk shit, he used to drop his fucking location and everything. I think a lot of us from back then, Artie Marine, obviously you remember. We remember when he dropped the the last and the second to last. I remember seeing the TikTok short that he dropped when he was in the restroom, like in the tattoo shop that he worked at, and then he dropped that eerie ass fucking. In hindsight, damn, bro, I would have never. Welcome to Yucca Valley with that little background song promoting where he was working at, where eventually he got killed. Yeah, it's just like to this day, I see that it's the video's still up. The short is still up. And it's just eerie every time I listen to it. Um, and then I can't remember. It was like a channel that wasn't a channel at all. I mean, it was a YouTube. Technically, it was a YouTube channel that dropped the video. Um, and it showed somebody driving by saying like, "Oh shit, they got him! Damn, bro, they got him!" And you could see that dude laid out, fucking dead in the parking lot. You know. Look at that, Chewy. Good point. Good point. Let's be real, bro. Everyone that gets the 100,000 play button, that's what it's called, play button, the plaque. That's the first plaque people get. Everyone records themselves opening it up. Runner didn't do that. It's fake. Yeah, he would have done that. He would have done that 100%. He's done a chip challenge and all that. If he would have got it, he would have been excited enough to be like, "Hey, gente, guess what? I just got in the mail. I've been waiting for it. Yeah, people have been saying that I never get my plaque. But here it is." He would have showed everything, maybe except his address on the box. And he would have opened it up, showed the. I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to tell you, though, we ain't stupid. We're not stupid people, bro. And I'm the biggest thorn on the side. But hey, guess what, bro? You made your bed, bro. And now I'm not going to lay in it. Gay ass nigga. Yeah, bro. That's a good point, Chewy. Chewy, you're the same Chewy from like way back then, right? Because if you are, you didn't like me for a minute. But yeah, that's just crazy, bro. That's just crazy. That video is still up también. Yeah, I can't even remember which one it is, bro. Honestly. He bought the block out. He a super compulsive liar since day one now. That time, fuck that dude. No, he really is, bro. He really is. He's slick, bro. The dude is slick. One thing you guys cannot say is that he's slick. And once you're on to his antics, he's no longer slick. You know what I'm saying? Because now you know. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm telling you, bro, all this shit that he did uh, to hate on my channel behind the scenes for months, bro. I didn't know for months. But when I found out, I was just like, damn. I didn't even want to believe it. Because to me, it's like, I didn't feel like he had a reason to hate on me. But then I found out, you see me was going to passing up this, passing up does, all that. It's just like, that's when I was just like, damn, okay, it makes sense now. Because I never did nothing to him, you know? So I was still like naive in that sense. It's like I always treat everybody with respect. So why would you possibly do that shit to me if I never disrespected you? But I underestimated the greed. I underestimated his greed, his narcissistic tendencies, his egotistical ways, his arrogance. But hey, once you know, you know. The funny part is that not funny. I'm saying like the crazy part is his sexual deviance. No matter what, he always turns it into his chora, some type of sexual shit, and that's just fucking embarrassing. Yep, sharp. Open his box on live. Exactly. Ah, he's never gonna do that. I'm telling you, bro. We're never gonna find out whether it's true or not. We're never, unless he puts out the email saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know that. Um, or some type of proof, which he's not gonna do. Why? Because I don't have to show it. I know I got it. That's my plan. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Prove me wrong. And you best believe that if he could prove me wrong, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. But the fucked up thing for him now is that if he does it, he's gonna be giving me the satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? So now he's in a catch 22. He's done. Damn if he does. Damn if he doesn't. You know. So I don't care. I just, I wanted to come on live and chill with you guys and just kind of laugh a little bit and clown because this shit, you cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. This is just fucking classic. This is some classic shit. I think a lot of us underestimate him, bro. I'll be the first to admit it. No, but can you? I know. I remember, brother. Trust me, dog. Don't feel bad, brother. A lot of people did, bro. A lot of people did, brother. You know. But yeah, man. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? Um, to those that rock with them still and don't see it at all and believe his tactics, all the humility and all that shit that he portrays. We're gonna be the haters. We're gonna be the ones that are hating on the subscriber count and all that shit. When in reality, we could give a fuck about that shit. Our life ain't gonna change. Our life ain't gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Even if I was making that type of money on YouTube, I still go to work. I don't think I could sit at home all day and just fucking find content like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the reason I came on YouTube is to tell my stories to try to deter some youngsters. I didn't come on YouTube to make money. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather fucking pursue my career and make money that way. Because at the end of the day, bro, you could have a successful run on YouTube, right? You could have a successful run on YouTube. But eventually that shit's gonna fizzle out. You could be on here for 5, 10 years. Look at the no jumpers of the world. Eventually, it's gonna fizzle out. You know, um, like Because even if you are successful to that point and you have what it takes and you're like a comedic type of personality like he is, um, something's got to give, you know. Um, Now a lot of people started on YouTube or Instagram, whatnot, and they ended up getting contracts, going on fucking TV and all that shit, comedy tours, what have you, right? But unless that shit happens, bro, it's just not, it's not for the long term, you know. And for somebody like him, he's not okay with getting very few views, you know, because even one of his videos does bad, he will drop another one quick, which is cool, you know. He's making his money, whatnot. Like I said, I'm not hating on that. Me, I'll drop a video. It may do 13, 14,000. It may do 2,000 average, 3, 4,000, or it may do 700, depending on the topic. I'm not gonna drop another video right after that. I'm gonna wait for the next day and drop another one. Period. If it's true hate, then hand me my haterade. That's right. Yeah, bro. It is what it is. Uh, we're stuck in the fucking knowing the truth club. We know the truth club. Yeah, hey, Jalisco, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the I think out of all this, like always, that's the real takeaway from all this. Because we all know what Gunner is. We all know who he is, what he is. But the real takeaway should be the fact that that dude, his girlfriend, Dubs, is actually going along with this shit, condoning this shit. And a man that's done 24 years in prison can't possibly be that fucking stupid, bro. And I know he's not. But hey, they're in on it for better or for worse. They're making money, and they're just like, fuck it. Who gives a shit? See, Dubs is somebody that at first had actual integrity. You know, he had actual morals, and you know the money corrupts, bro, and money corrupts. Absolute power, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? Money corrupts, and absolute money corrupts absolutely. Same shit, same shit. And substitute the power with the money. Put them both together. Oh my god, and it's just crazy. I just did that live yesterday where I pointed out the fact that Dubs exposed himself by saying that you have a secret, whatnot, hold on to the secret because it's more powerful. He pretty much exposed himself as saying that he's the type of dude that will hold on to a secret to hold it over somebody's head. And it's just like when he said that, I was like, damn, I don't even think that dude even realized that he exposed himself like that. You know? But the mentality is there. It speaks for itself. Two birds of a feather, two birds of a feather flock together, 100%. In this case, two pigeons, right? Two dirty ass pigeons in fucking smog infested downtown LA street. But L Dubs like him. Sid Gunner is the only one that believes his war stories. Yeah, no, yeah, that's one thing I would say about Dubs. I don't think that dude really lies about his shit, except for him not admitting. He hasn't lied about it, but he hasn't admitted it either. That he's SNY. He debriefed. He will never admit it. Why would he? Why would he? If in a lot of ways it's a strategy, right? Keep people wondering. It'll be stupid of him to come out in his eyes. But on the contrary, I think that it'll be that would be part that video. that he tried to teach people the truth and this, like people thought he was gonna come clean. Like if he were really actually to do it, I think that video will go viral. Like for real, for real. I think that video will probably get more views than he's ever had before. But I feel like if he were to do it now, people will probably not even tap into it as much because I mean at least not at the beginning because they'll just assume that he's gonna do another fucking hocus pocus fucking and okey doke fucking move. Um, but I think like a day later, 2 days later, when people actually start spreading the news that he actually admitted it, then the views will start coming in. You know. Um, but yeah, it's just like the dude that I had on. Um, Dumb and Dumber said you wish you got the plaque from YouTube. I don't have to wish. I have to earn it first. I have to earn that plaque. And if I ever earn it, I'm gonna actually earn it. I don't have to buy it. And I don't think I'll ever get 100,000 subscriber plaque. Honestly, because I don't take YouTube serious like that. As far as like if if I live with my mom or if I live with somebody and my rent was paid and I have to work and all that, maybe I'll have the time to actually put all my efforts into YouTube. Which even in that situation, I don't think I could ever do it. I still have to work and be out and about. Um, but yeah, I just don't have the drive or ambition to be that type of YouTuber, you know? Like I said, I'll say it again. Like I come on YouTube to tell my stories. Hopefully some youngsters could hear it, you know. I know on my first channel I had at least four families of youngsters, pops that got at me. Um, Danny being one of them, Frankie being another one. Um, but yeah, I just don't I'm being real, you know. Do I have it in me if I really wanted to? Yeah, but it has to be a passion in order for you to succeed in something to that extent. It has to be your passion, like and the prison genre in California is burned out, unfortunately, and yeah, it is what it is, I mean, shit. So until this channel will keep growing, I'm gonna keep grinding. Then I'm gonna grind at my pace, you know. I'm gonna grind with my morals, my stories, um, never sacrificing what I believe in. And like I said, hopefully this is the last time we talk about these dudes in depth on a live. But like I say, they keep adding fucking fuel to the fire, bro. It's just like, damn, you just allowing me to have a good time on my lives. Mike Bonino says, Dubs is a stand-up dude with good morals, but when it comes to money and getting the bag, everything goes out the window. I mean, just look at who his homie is, bro. Yeah, pretty much, bro. Yeah, and the fucked up part is that dude corrupted him, bro, and he knows it. He knows that, bro. He knows that. That's why he'll never get in depth as far as explanations and shit like that. But the funny part is that I can't understand why somebody like him would say the shit that he said to me on that live, paperwork this, paperwork that, all drunk, when he knows he debriefed it was on an SNY yard a few for years actually, and he still takes himself serious. So I think it's even worse than you put it because for somebody to like literally lie to himself like that, um, I mean, yeah, his fucking boyfriend fucking corrupted him, but damn, bro, like he's because you gotta understand this. Um, is there times is there times when I Um, like so about 9 years into my term, right? Right before I caught my last shoe term, my last stabbing, I honestly didn't even believe in that cause anymore. But I did it because you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put in this work. I mean, I'm getting close to the pad. As long as the DA doesn't pick up the case, I should be good. And the DA didn't pick up the case, thankfully, because the fierro, we were able to get rid of the fierro and whatnot, the weapon. So when I went to the shoe, man, uh, got to Corcoran shoe, and then they closed that down. I went to Hatchby shoe. They started. That's back when they started kicking everybody out around that time. That's when I was in the shoe. The latter, that second half of my shoe term, um, they started shipping everybody out of Corcoran shoe, due to the main line. They shot the rest of us to Hatchby. Um, and I had already told myself this is the last shoe term I'm gonna do. This is the last time I do a shoe term. I only had fucking what did I have, like 3 or 4 years left to the house. I was like, that's it. That's a wrap. 2 years to the house, they asked me to fucking overdose my celly. Another thing that's ridiculous, like that dude said that I couldn't pick up a fierro. And in the video, I was just like I wasn't trying to feed into it. I was like, nah, it's the last holiday. Nah, I don't want to do it. And he completely took out of context what I was saying. The fierro right here is like, fierro, you didn't want to pick up a fierro, huh? You weren't built like that. It's like, bro, shut up, bro, shut up. You know. But my point with saying that is that I did that last one when I wasn't even believing in that cause, right? But I wanted to proactive selfishly because I had done so much shit. My status, my name in my neighborhood, and my brother still being active. He was involved. You know, um, I was on the yard with the senores, the legends, assisting them. Papa from Harpy is just the one that I assisted the most in Current Valley on A yard. I was a law library clerk in the law library. Um, and so this dude, for him to like say all that shit while he knows deep down inside that and like I said, he admitted to me. I'll say it again. He admitted it to me, got mad at me because I accidentally put it out there that he was an ass in my yard. He's like, why would you do that? I still live in my neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. I was like, my bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even about you. It was about Gunner. Uh, Literally like a week or two before my first channel got deleted, hacked, and deleted, whatever. Um, so it's just like the mentality. That's what I'm talking about. This is a dude that killed somebody in the early 90s. He was all about his neighborhood, fully just like I was, gang banging, shooting just like I was. You know, the only difference between me and him on our case is that my strap jammed and his didn't. Um, and I actually hit my victim too. Unfortunately, I wish I could take it back, but it is what it is. But to him, whenever he gets drunk and it comes time to be a fucking rooster and compare egos, and your ego gets called into question, um, it's just like, oh, I killed somebody before. You know what I'm saying? He did all these programs, right? Um, he debriefed, went to this side, SNY, and he qualified for the SB 260, 261. That's the only reason he was able to parole. Let's keep it real. Um, he did these programs, Gogi, all that shit. I don't know if Gogi existed when he was doing it or not, but he did the classes, the sub classes, CBT, all that. I know all that shit. That's all the lifers. What's that lifer class? I forgot the name of that lifer class. I wasn't a lifer, so I was never in that class. But I remember that class. I remember it when it comes to me. But eventually he went aboard. He was a lifer. On the 24th year, and then further on to the 25th year, he did enough classes programming, just like the dude that I had on, that was talking about him being with with Joker and Dubs and Calipat. That's how I know it's true because I know the system and I know that he was there as a porter, um, doing classes, never in the mix, scared of the gang members, whatnot. Um, I can't really say that I blame him for being scared of the gang members because them dudes they could kill you if they want. Look at all them fucking murders that happened in Kern Valley. I remember every single one of them dudes that did those murders. The Zapatistas, the two fivers, they were in 5 and 6 block. I remember them dudes, bro. I never really talked to them or nothing like that. I was on the lower yard, but I remember the faces, the tattoos, and everything, with the exception of maybe like three of them, especially the 18th Street dude, Fire Rojo, that I did. A couple of them dudes I don't recognize, but yeah. My point is he was programming. And rightfully so. He was programming. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with what Joker did, does. There's nothing wrong with what he did. You know, he programmed everything he got out. You know, God bless his soul. You know what I'm saying? Like he did what he had to do. It was a lifer. You know, got out humble, everything. But look at him now. Look at him now. Fast forward to the live, thinking he's still fucking gangster. Um, threatening Jerry and his family. You don't know what I'll do to you. Reverting to his old ways, reverting to back in the early 90s where he was that dude, reverting to when he was in fucking active. It's just crazy, bro. The hypocrisy, Uh, it's just crazy to me, you know. Ya te lo fuiste loco repisado? What do you mean? I'm just responding to the comments. Damn, bro, I can't respond to the comments. You know what's crazy? If you guys don't want to talk, if you don't want me to talk about this, ask me different questions. It's crazy how people ask me questions on the comments. I respond to the comments. I go off the comments, and now I'm obsessed. Don't bring LA in it. When the fuck did I bring LA in it? You spend your Saturday night. I can spend any night talking about whatever the fuck I want. That's the difference between me and you. You're spending your night listening to me. Who's worse? Me that I'm talking about it, or you that you're still listening to it? In a way, I was just describing the system. I reminisce on all this shit. You guys gotta understand, man. I didn't do fucking 6 months in the fucking in the system. Is any of this talk you got recent, bro? People move on. Yeah, all this stem from recent occurrences. Yeah, I interviewed a dude a few weeks ago. That's recent. So what the fuck are you talking about? Lintonero. Oh yeah, Mike Hawk. He says, "At Mike Hawk, don't open your mouth without doing your homework. BD showed AP respect because AP went on and showed respect. Nothing to do with content." Yeah. Yeah, I explained that earlier. You know, I God damn, these mosquitoes are eating me alive. I don't see any comments, bro. Asking my guy. Who the hell are you asking? If you're gonna ask me something, say my name, or don't say my name. But if you're gonna ask somebody else something, say the name. But regardless of anything, Justin, I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. You don't have to be here. Once again, no way this is still going on. You don't gotta come back, bro. You don't have to come back. You don't have to come back. That's the thing. Why are you still on my channel, dog? Go. Nobody wants you here. This is my channel, not yours. No way. I could say the same. There's no way Justin left, but now he's back. There's no way that Justin left, and now he's back. Oh my God, Justin's back. Fucking shit. You guys want to hear some other shit? You guys can ask me anything, bro. Anything. But until then, if I want to talk about some shit, I'm gonna talk about some shit. Oh fuck. L, you good with a lot of us, bro. Thank you, brother. SoCal, you see Gunner finally got his 100,000 bot plaque. Yeah, I seen that shit. At the very least, I'm satisfied. Excuse me. I am very satisfied with being a thorn on their side. With having a good night out here drinking. See, a lot of people are like, oh, you're spending your Saturday night. Look, bro, I got money in my pocket. I could literally go anywhere I want right now. Anywhere, drive to anywhere I want right now. Anywhere. Have a good time. I'm gonna go to a strip club, go to a bar, anywhere. But I choose to be right here, chilling, drinking a beer. Why? Because I'm fucking free. I did 20, almost 21 years combined in my life locked up. 15 years straight in the prison system. 13 and a half on the main line. All most level 4, 180, shoe, everything. This is my success right here. This is my peace. This gives me more satisfaction than any club, anywhere that I could go right now. Period. So tell me who's really winning. Justin, get off my channel already, brother. For real. I already know what you're doing, bro. I don't need your advice. For real. It's almost like you're bipolar. I hope you deal with it, bro. Dubs and Gunner are not that important. It's not worth this time. Okay, okay, bro. Who cares, bro? Who cares? How I choose to spend my time, that's my choice. I could be. What's the difference between me talking about these two J cats when I'm actually doing a service, as far as I'm concerned, on the lights, or I could be talking about fucking aliens. I could be talking about fucking LA Icon. I could be talking about fucking rappers. I could be talking about fucking a ball sack and why it hangs so low. I could be talking about anything, bro. Anything. That's my prerogative, bro. I could talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. So why are you so worried about it? Like I said, you don't have to listen to it. Appreciate it. If it's coming from a righteous place, I appreciate it. But I'm still gonna do me. I'm still gonna do me, bro. I'm still gonna do me. Now, if I had 363 videos on them dudes alone, okay, maybe I could see why you may see that I'm obsessed or some shit like that. But I have more than enough content. If you don't want to listen to my live, cool. Go watch my videos that have nothing to do with them. Go watch them. I got more than enough stories on there. More than enough stories that people that are underappreciated. Because why? Whenever I have somebody new on my channel, where do they go to? They go to the video section and whatnot. They go to the new shit. And they never bother to go back because it's like, oh, those are old stories. That's not new. I want to see what's new. It's still great content. Period. There's more than enough on there, brother. More than enough. But for right now, ask me something different. Ask me something about a different subject. All I'm doing is responding to the comments, bro. That's all I'm doing. I haven't even talked about the damn plaque in fucking in a while. And that's the reason I came on here. I don't see anybody telling fucking Dubs about all his fucking Wes Watson videos. Oh, he's obsessed. Why don't you go over there and tell him that on his lives? No, you can't because you'll get blocked. You probably already blocked, but I can see your comment still, and I still read it. I still read it, bro. And I still read that shit. Even though I asked my moderators to block certain one of these motherfuckers that were just being annoying like you, I still read your comment, bro, because StreamYard still comes through for the main channel holder. But I'm fake. But I'm the fake one, right? I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm just saying, like, in general. But I'm fake, right? Them motherfuckers will not tolerate any type of fucking discord. You know what I'm saying? Like, any type of fucking dissension, any type of negativity. I mean, as far as them being exposed, it's just fucked up. CRT, what's your thoughts on L. Icon White saying, "Don't call the cops"? Definitely. So I seen Negra, with all respects to her. Um, like I told you guys, you know, I hit them up back then when they first started Indicted TV. Um, yeah, it's fuck, bro. They were barely starting after like that. After like the first or second interview, I was like, oh shit, okay. But I already knew. I already knew that there was a big chance that it was not gonna happen. I thought it was just her channel. Um, obviously it was not her channel, but hosted by her. So I was like, whoever runs the channel, not knowing who LA Icon was, and not even knowing that LA Icon was the one running the channel. I didn't know who it was. And I was just I hit him, I hit the channel up, the Instagram. And they responded back. Um, they responded back. Fuck, my bad, guys. I'm fucking scratching all over the place. These fucking mosquitoes are bad. Pretty much like, hey, you can't do it. You understand the politics, and we appreciate you pretty much acknowledging that beforehand. Because I told him, like, you know, like, chances are you probably won't be able to do it, but this is my story. This is what happened, you know, and I fully understand if you guys can't do it. And they weren't able to do it, period. Since then, they had so many motherfuckers on there. They done some wino ass time. But hey, they are not, you know, they're not me. Meaning, they're not my status. Meaning, I didn't go to the side. That as far as her saying, don't call the cops, I seen a short which I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to see more because I know she had a response, but I seen a small ass short and she was talking about the prime dude and the compa dude, and she went in on him, especially compa. She went in on him as far as benders, and she mentioned kids. Not disrespecting the kids, but like she went in a little too much for my taste. Um, but like I said, I haven't seen the whole thing. Maybe one of you guys could send it to me to my Instagram. But I mean, she has every right to be mad. In that sense, she has every right to be mad, to respond however the hell she feels that she wants to respond. You know, if anything, I was thinking about doing a video, my thoughts on, or my response or my thoughts, and my I was gonna name it my message to LA Icon and Negra and Daddy TV. Uh, Specifically because I know how it feels to have your wife disrespected and everything, right? Um, I don't know. You guys think I should do that? Lifestyle, the broken and homeless. So Negra and Icon can only speak to activatos. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's the politics, bro. Unfortunately, and like I said, man, they responded to me and everything. We went back and forth on messages, and Icon was the one that responded to me. Um, and he was gracious about it. You know, he's like, I appreciate you, you know, telling me the truth and everything, but unfortunately, you know, you know my position, and I can't do that because the politics that be, the politics that be will not allow it. And I understood that. If anything, I volunteered it. I told him, I understand if you can't do it. I understand. Come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew exactly what it was. Él hace el paro, cipote. ¿Con quién, güey? ¿Con quién vos? Yeah, you should make the video. Fuck, I'm gonna go inside, bro. I'm getting eaten alive. These motherfuckers are eating me alive, bro. Yeah. You should make a video. Yeah. And Toledo says they don't want nobody from that side of the technically I shouldn't be here either. No, I know, I get it, brother. But I don't care. It's this YouTube, and as long as you didn't rap or do acts against young ones, then I have no problem. Yeah, bro. Like I get it, bro. I get it. I know. I understand it. You know. Um, if I had $1 for every dude that I seen throughout the years, when I got to prison, the SNYRs were like unheard of. Unheard of. They were really for like real PCs. They were really for like rapists, child molesters, rats, things like that. Um, and throughout the whole years, no excuse, meaning like um, I started seeing more and more and more and more. I was in the system when the SNYRs blew up. Um, I went to the site in 2017. 12 years, what was it? 17, 12 years before that, when I got to prison, they were unheard of. So I went through a whole 12-year period where I seen them yards blow up to the point where we were the minority. The main line was the minority, and we kept being, and we are going down to an island, island, island. The island kept getting smaller, smaller, smaller. I was on the 180s shoes, all that, especially, and everybody on that side was like, "Damn, what the fuck is going on?" And it came to the point where it was just like, "Damn, like we're the minority." You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we went through the whole phase where them dudes that went to the side started gangs. The gang started fucking stabbing child molesters, rapists, cleaning up the yards. On the S and Y side, we used to get on, we used to get put on lockdown because them dudes were stabbing dudes every day, every day, every day, and clean up them yards and all that. It was fucking crazy. I'm telling you, bro. I went through a specific, very poignant moment, phase of the prison system when the SNY yards were being established while I was on the main line. And we would hear, COs would tell us rumors here and there, and it was just fucking crazy, bro. It was crazy. So, and at this point, some of my homeboys from my neighborhood, like I said, no excuses, gun, pistoleros, gunners, killers. They were lifers, whatever. We never thought that we went to the other side. They were involved in politics. Some of them got pushed out. Power struggles. They lost the power struggle. They got stabbed off yards, and they were green lighted forever. So they ended up going to the side. Uh, it's crazy, bro. It was a whole transition. So by the time I had to make my decision, um, I was not gonna be stuck in that system for the rest of my life. Um, why? Because all I had to do was, could I have stabbed? If they wanted me to kill my son and stab him, right? That would have been very easy. All I had to do was rush him and stab him, and it would have been a fight to the death. Would they have stopped it before then? Probably. Would have caught a shoot term, cool, boom, one night, mutual combat. I would have made it out on my parole date. But the fucked up part was that they didn't want me to stab my son. They wanted me to overdose him. They wanted me to give him a hot shot. And for those of you guys that have seen my video and my story, it's on stories written by a current prisoner. Um, it's like that right there. There was just no way. You guys gotta understand that somebody had already told on my Celly's plug. My Celly was the biggest plug in Kern Valley. He was the one that was bringing in most of the dope, but he got strung out, and then he started burning dudes because he had a bad habit. And what did they do to hate on him? They told on his girl. The active dudes, the fools from Compton in my block, I know exactly who it was. Do I have proof? No, I don't. But we're not stupid. Like the hating in there, it's a small world in there. They told on his girl. Um, thank God for his girl that weekend she hadn't picked up the dope, and they served her with a warrant, stripped her down, everything. So after that, she was scared. She was not gonna bring nothing else in at all. And so we were on an island. No, with no more dope coming in, no nothing. That dude's ship sunk. I was on that ship. So instead of them dudes handling them, they're like, "Oh, you're a celly, just take him out." Just like they did with Verde. Give him a hot shot. It's the easiest way. And I would have went to the hole for a year. It's 8 months, a year. I would have got out everything. The murder has no statute of limitations. And all it would have took is one of them. And the crazy part is the dude that handed me the cell phone from the senor ended up getting blasted off the yard because he was doing bad calls. Yeah, and he was one of the ones that I feel like snitched. And they ended up blasting the shit out of him after I heard about it when I was on the other side. In Curve Valley. I was on fucking D yard, bro. One of the most dangerous yards. I don't say that because I'm fucking tough. No, I'm saying like that's a fact, bro. That's where all the murders were happening. D yard in Curve Valley on the S and White side, 2-5 or something. I think they're on the motherfuckers. And it doesn't matter. I could have got out. I could have been out to this day. And eventually somebody was gonna open their mouth and be like and asked about that situation, and they would have said something. Who did it? Looney did it. Looney did it. Luis did it. Boom. Snatched up like that. Could have probably started a whole life out here and everything a year after, maybe even before I got out. That's why I didn't do it. It had nothing to do with me fucking lacking balls. Unfortunately, I have a little uh, hesitancy as far as that because, I could have very easily taken that dude's life. Not to mention that my Sally, I used to break dance with him when we were kids in Coos Cafe in my city. He ended up being from a different neighborhood in Santana. But I'm telling you, bro, my whole thing and everybody from my neighborhood and anybody that's ever ran my nombre and all that knows the situation. It's just like, I was just not gonna fucking trust an active dude that made the call to hold his mud. Now, if God would have came down, unfortunately, I'm ashamed to say this. If God would have came down and told me, "Hey, do this," nobody's ever gonna snitch on you. I would have done it, and I would have paroled active, and I would have still been on him, chilling. But unfortunately, and fortunately, it doesn't work that way, you know. And there was no way I was gonna fucking trust that shit. Trust my future to a random faceless person that had knowledge about this shit, including legend. And no disrespect to them dudes. I'm just saying, even them dudes lock it up. Even them dudes get killed. You know what I'm saying? When the time comes time for one of them dudes to debrief after their brother's politic on them, it's like, man, he could have been the one that brought me down, and I'm nobody. You know? I'm just saying, So do you think the enticement of going home is what brought the majority of people over to the SNY side and more, or was it best by pallets? It was it was case by case basis, Burkeño. That's a good question. Um, God, bro, I would it's every situation is different, and as a majority, I would say the politics, brother, the lockdowns, because before the hunger strikes, I'm telling you, man, I did the first half of my term during a um, war zone, and dudes that were validated and the shoe stuck, they got the easy end of the stick because they didn't have to go to war. They were in the shoe. They were chilling. Those of us that were on the yards with the mesa system going on and everything, we were the ones fucking going through the riots and fucking, and doing all that shit, bro. And no, there was no such thing as a Southsider. We're all Sureños. And the Sureños' hands raised at all times. So when you're called upon to do a holiday, that's just what it is. Ain't no fucking ifs and buts about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, so that a lot of people don't understand that shit, bro. Like, so there's people that say like, hey, if you're technically active but you've never been in prison, you have no business even speaking on dudes that went to prison and went to the side because you never been there, right? To me, it's just like I understand that people are gonna judge and all that shit. I get it, bro. But even then, it's just on a case by case basis as far as like, what did you do to go to this side? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you snitch? Did you do this or that? And one thing that I am proud of, I left with dignity, is that they kept me in the hole for 6 months. Sergeant Dominguez, man, motherfuckers threatening me and all that shit, send me back to New Corcoran, to the main line. And ultimately, I was just like, you can't send me to the main line because, like, even though, yeah, they were trying to tell me, I was a law library clerk, so I knew the law. I knew the CDC policies and everything. And they were trying to tell me, like, oh man, if you don't give us a name, then we're just going to send you back because you haven't given us nothing. We're going to just transfer you and send you back to a main line. I'm like, you do that, I'm going to sue the fuck out of you because my lockup order says that I went to the side because I was tired of Southern Hispanic politics and I wanted to make my parole date. That's literally what it says, and I showed it. It's still on my post, my community post section. It's still up there. You zoom in on my lockup order when I went to the hole, when I went to the side. And they were mad because they just wanted one cell phone just for me to compromise myself. And they were mad because I wasn't validated. There was no obligation for me to do that, you know? And so when I hit him with that, after 6 months, the next week I hit committee and they kicked me out to DR. But they were gonna try to do that shit, bro. They were gonna try to do that shit, all because that's why when I said when they try to call me a green lighter and all that, then JCash tried to call me a green lighter. I showed that paperwork too. That's why when I paroled, it still said that I was a Sureño, suspected, but they put suspected because I never compromised myself. I never got nobody's cell hit, nothing. And that's a fact. That's a fact. You ever wonder why all these dudes that are coming out trying to do interviews with dudes that were with them cats or anybody in the YouTube genre? Uh, well, that shit will catch up to you, just like Savage Studios. Savage Studios was the first one to blow up. That fool had over 150, 160,000 subscribers. He blew up, but he never said that he was a 2.5er, went to the side. But eventually, people started coming out of the woodwork and started putting his covers. Started putting his covers. You know, that's why it was even more important for me. But I didn't even know this about. I didn't even know that at the time. But that's why, because of that type of shit, it was more important to me to be transparent from the beginning, and I have been ever since. Is it true that they used to send solid dudes? Yeah, the GPRs from S to SNYRs to 100 buildings. Yeah, that's why the debriefing process is so vigorous. That's why if you're validated associate of the MA, like you have to say enough for them to be like, oh yeah, even your own homeboys won't want you back. Because before, I mean, from what I heard from when that shit was going on, all you had to do was ask for protective custody, and that was it. You know, and dudes would go to the side to them PC modules, whatever, handle business, and then they would come back, not knowing, not CDC, not knowing that, they're, oh, you're gonna go back, oh, they're gonna get you, not knowing that they were sent for that mission. So now they ain't stupid, they concocted ways and certain policies for you not to be able to do that, and that's what I'm saying. If you were validated, bro, the step down program, THU, before, if you wanted to go, so at the beginning, right? If you wanted to go to the other side, you didn't even have to be validated. You had to say something. But then shit got 602 to me, like they got fucking challenged and CDC court shit and all that. And CDC eventually was forced to come up with the criteria that only validated gang members were required and required by law to debrief, not just a regular dude. And this happened over time because so many dudes were trying to go PC, like rapists, child molesters, and of course, dudes that were regular gang members that owed money or got pushed out, whatnot, but they weren't associates of the admin, meaning like they weren't on the mess. They had no direct links to them and shit like that. So they actually, the volume of people going to the side was not sustainable. So they had to come up with the criteria that they could only really like focus on the worst of the worst, meaning the validated dudes, and them the ones that had to tell, starting with the whole autobiography of their life, telling on their own selves who they worked for, what they did, to the point where if it wasn't credible, they weren't going nowhere. There was phases to the step down program. And if you don't pass those phases, you ain't going nowhere. So if anybody that fucking was validated went to the side and made it out to a regular SNY yard, bro, you best believe that they spilled their guts to the point where they could never, without a shadow of a doubt, it could never be accepted back to the mainline. It's precisely because, CDC was always wary of sleepers. They called them sleepers. Dudes that were active that went to the SNY to hit high value targets and then try to go back. You know, um, that's just what it is. Hollywood Hugo, you would not be free today. Yeah, for real, bro. I would have got snatched up eventually. Period. And even if I would have got out, I would have never started a channel. US would have never heard about me, and I could have been living a normal life, and I would have been just me, anonymous, getting snatched up, and I'd probably be in prison eventually when they used to, when they would have snatched me up for that. But I'm glad I didn't do it. Let's see. Been here on 2 hours. Yeah, man. Let's see, which Southern homie rapper you think can twerk the best? Come on, dog. Don't do my boy Rowdy Racks like that, dog. He's the king, and he twerk. And I just talked to Rowdy Racks. I just talked to him, bro. I have his. You guys don't believe me, huh? I have his number. I just talked to the camarada, bro. But then again, they call me Gunner, and I met Little Easy E, so now I know all famous people. You stupid. Oh, twerk. That's goddamn. That's funny. Hollywood Hugo, what's up, Hollywood Hugo? You been at, brother? Been a minute. Hollywood Hugo says you wouldn't have been free. Okay, I already read that. Intonero says Lefty smashed Genesis 9. Do you know that for a fact? They were in a podcast, right? Or like in a morning show or something like that. I seen that. Um, I don't know, man. Lefty, bro. Lefty gunplay. Oh shit. Oh, she said it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, why wouldn't she? And why wouldn't he? You know, two grown adults. And Jenny 6'9". Um, yeah. Where's she from? Like Riverside or some shit? Trying to act like Riverside is like fucking the most active fucking area in the world. I'm not saying that I'm not saying it doesn't get active. I'm just saying. Órale arribas. Salsa arriba. Isa arriba. Osa arriba. Burkeo said, yeah, he a strange one. Yeah, man. I like the dude, bro. I don't have nothing against him. It's just like with the whole like, motherfucker can't stay still for shit. And his raps, I'm sorry, brother. Lefty, I'm sorry, bro. No disrespect, but I'm glad he grown up. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he grown up. No, I did a lot of time with dudes from Rio, bro. They were good dudes over there. Um, dudes from Rio, bro, like it's a different world, bro. It's a different world. I used to go out there to La Sierra over there. Went out there a lot. Moreno Valley, I know that's not the same, but I'm saying Rialto, San Bernardino, all that area. I mean, fuck, I'm from Orange County, man. But Corona, them niggas from Corona, man. Oh, I know that's a different city. I'm just saying that whole IE area. And then on the Empire, yeah. You see, yeah, he's a strange one. No, no, no. Nito Little says, I'm from South Arriba, South Arriba. I okay, that's right. Claude says, you did time on the castle, Polita. That's next summer. Ooh, I might have, bro. I'll be surprised. I can't remember anybody off the top of my head, bro. To tell you the truth. Santa Barbara, um, Santa Maria, projects. Um, what's that neighborhood, man? It's been a long time now. Bro. In Corcoran, New Corcoran. Um, shit, Santa Barbara, Bruta. I did time with do some Bruta as well. Um, let's see. Yeah, all that area. Ventura. Um, or Chicas. All them cats. Man, I did time with so many dudes, bro. Just like a lot of dudes did, you know? I mean, come on, 15 years in that motherfucker shit. Uh, La Sierra's down the street. That's right. Yeah, my mom was just living over there for a minute, bro. Used to go there all the time. And then passed to Moreno Valley and all that shit. Kid left the gunplay or Mexican OT. I don't know. I never listened to Mexican OT, bro. I swear to God, Nelson, I really don't listen to that type of music, bro. Whenever I do listen to like Chicano rap, it's like the old shit, uh, like Shadow, Little One. That's it, bro. Like I was always real critical about this shit. But you know, especially after my term, and then I've been out 6 years. It's a good thing to see that them dudes are blowing up. They've been blown up. They've been blown up. They've been blown up, and they're doing their thing, bro. That's a good thing, bro. That's a good thing. I would have never foresaw that growing up as a kid. Um, uh, Claus says Ventura Avenue is a pretty active hood around here. Um, yeah, man. It's like I said, man. I got a lot of content. that people assume that I don't have videos and shit or they don't bother. Go look at some of my riots. Pleasant Valley especially was in a riot with a homie from Honduras. Um, he knows who he is. I came from working with him. We drop points down to Pleasant Valley and then just to pick up more points. Nate says, "Do you ever miss prison?" No, I do not. Do I miss some of the dudes that I did time with, and I wish they could be out here chilling with me? 100%. But I do not miss prison, brother. Hell no. You know what's crazy, bro? When I was going through the juvenile hall system, I used to get out, camaraderie in there with the homies and everything. And when I was out in the neighborhood drinking, smoking weed, whatnot, I used to miss it. It's crazy. It's crazy to say. The prison is a completely different animal. And no, I do not miss prison, bro, at all. Claude says Sabo Loco brought back Chicano rap. Oh yeah, whatever happened to that dude? Yeah, he was like one of the first ones that I remember with YG. Because YG, this did a song with him. He did a song with YG and whatnot. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, he was regular. I mean, I think he's better than Lefty Gunplay as far as rhymes. But like I said, to me, like as far as like lyrically, lyricists and things like that, I'm very picky. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Misfit Soto. I heard some of his stuff, like him. Um, shit, my style would be like homies, like that, and like 16 Life. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel. He's an older dude and whatever. But that fool has some gas, bro. That lyrically, like that's the kind of like the style that I would adopt, honestly. If I would have grown active. I wanted to get in the studio with the homie, one of my younger homies, but unfortunately that can't happen. And there's people in my life that's like, why can't it happen? I'm not gonna look like out here fucking trying to rap and shit when I know it's probably never gonna go nowhere. So, not because of my skill, but because of my status. Have I ever met Cholo Juan? No, I have not met Cholo Juan. Um, let's see. Claus says, did you feel when the J-Cats would be screaming and pounding on the cell doors? That shit almost made me want to go crazy too. That was one of the worst parts being locked up for me. Oh man, I told the stories when I was stuck. When the homie from Compton, we took this dude off the yard in Centinela on the C yard in 270 level 4 yard. And we went to the A5 to the overflow to the whole overflow, and it stuck us right in between uh, a bunch of cells that were like SNY, right? But that was like the SNY through the whole prison. And there was only like, let's say, like 8 cells, but we were right in between them. They fucking did us dirty. The rest of the fucking block was all GP. And then that was overflow. The main hole didn't have no SNYs. And that was hundreds of motherfuckers over there. So that's how rare it was. But that's what they would do: bang on the doors, snatch up our lines, all kinds of shit, bro. Yeah, man, I remember that shit. This is crazy. Was I ever locked up with anybody from Azusa? Yeah, hell yeah, I was. I mean, unless they were my dogs in the yard, I don't remember who the fuck it was. There's a lot of dudes from SUV, all the Azusa, every area, you know. Y'all dudes from Bassett, Essex, from the Valle, from fucking San Fernando, from Nella, Sela, West, everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? East LA, there's from Florencia, people from everywhere, man. All them dudes were in there, man. SD, obviously my car, Orange County. San Bernardino, Riverside, the IE car. The IE car was deep as shit down south on the 3 yards from what I heard. The 4 yards, man, were more a little more knit, close knit. We didn't really set trip on counties or shit like that. Whoever your boy was on the yard was on the yard. You know? It was just different. But I remember hearing stories, especially in Cincinnati, when how IE had their own bleachers, SD had their own bleachers, Orange County had their own side as well. Everybody, they're all segregated. There's so many Sureños on there that it was all segregated, and then the rest of half of the yard was all blacks. So whenever it would kick off, it was fucking ugly. It was ugly as fuck. Was there any was there any animosity between the big hoods like Playboys and Fluminense on 18th Street? Saying there's so much hatred between those hoods. No, not in the prison system. Well, you gotta understand that I did the majority of my time in the 4 yards. And the 4 yards, they don't pay that shit. A homie's a homie, Sureño's a Sureño. Meaning it's the same thing. It's Sureño. And nah, especially up north. I did all my time in the Central Valley up north. Um, and yeah, no, we didn't have, especially in Corcoran, New Corcoran, we didn't have no fucking time to be set tripping on each other or anything like that. That shit was too serious. You know what I'm saying? So a homie was a homie, bro. Like the 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 close knit type environment, like the respect, even amongst other races. Shit, even amongst the Norteños, bro. That shit was crazy. The contradiction in that is just that we could go at it, which we ended up going at it with them. But during times of peace or intervals in between time, it's it was all respect. You guys good, checking up on each other. You know what I'm saying? It is just crazy. It's insanity. It's insanity. You know, you guys want soap operas, this book, this and that. Then when somebody says that we gotta kill each other, we gotta kill each other. So it's really fucked up because like you grow respect with certain dudes, and you have a good rapport with certain dudes, and then the next day, if somebody says so, the upper echelon says so, hey, guess what? Now you get to fucking kill each other because of this, or that, and it's just like, damn, bro. That type of shit is the shit that dudes got used, they got burned out on over the years. You go there as a youngster like I did. Yeah, I look forward to, yeah, let's get some of these dudes, earn some stripes, whatever. But you do that shit enough times, and you end up seeing that them dudes are just as much as the business that we are. We're all brown, you know. We're all brown, you know. We all bleed the same fucking blood, same color at least, and yeah, different stilos and whatnot. But when it's time to fucking kick it off, they'll kill me just like I'll kill them, and it's a stalemate. It's a perpetual stalemate, and it's just like, who really is the baddest? No one. We're all the fucking same, and eventually that shit starts wearing at you, and it's just like, where the fuck are we doing this shit? And over the years, it took years for me to get burned out on it, but ultimately, I want to say education. Education freed me. And ultimately, that's why I decided to name my channel A Prisoner's Awakening, because this prisoner had an awakening. I had an epiphany. For a second there, I was going to say Prisoner's Epiphany. That's what I was going to name my channel. But I decided to go a little more simple and say Prisoner's Awakening because I had an awakening. Once I woke up to the reality of prison and the contradictions, the favoritism, and everything, and the fact that we were used as pawns, um, I think what kept me going so much for so long is the camaraderie. Because there's good dudes in there. There's good dudes in there. Um, and during the lockdowns and everything, during the wars, the shoe, everything, you gain strength You uh you gain strength even on the worst of your days. When the camaradas that are there doing time with you, I did a 2.5 year lockdown straight, 33 months, no bullshit. 2.5 years without leaving my cell except for medical, handcuffed once in a while, once a month, twice a month, not twice a month, or once every 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. And that's insanity. Imagine being in a cell the size of a restroom for 2.5 years. Think of that shit. Think about that. And I went through that shit, you know, and I still actually in contact with one of my cellies that we were there the first 2 years of that. Um, you know, that's when I ended up dropping to Pleasant Valley, and I did 10 months there, dropping points in Pleasant Valley, and I did 10 months straight there because we were going at it with the Bulldogs. The first 23 months we were going at it with the Norteños, and then the 10 months when I in Pleasant Valley we were going at it with the Bulldogs, and the Norteños were going at it with the Bulldogs over there too. So that shit was fucking crazy as fuck, you know. Uh, but yeah, it changes your perspective, you know. It changes your appreciation for life. Yeah, it's just crazy, you know. Like imagine, like right now, bro, I'm out, and to me, it's just like, because whoever asked me earlier if I miss prison, it's like, how could I ever miss that? You know? I mean, I'm not saying that it was a stupid question. That was a great question, actually, but I couldn't fathom um, going through that shit again. You know? Um, but when I went through that lockdown, I still believed in the cause, so it was easier to deal with it because I felt like it was towards a good cause. You know? Yeah, it's crazy. It wears at you. Imagine the dudes that are doing life right now, you know, that have been tired of this shit. Right now, the mainline is to the point where it's just like the S and Ys are like the unknown, you know? They're like the unknown. So the ironically, no disrespect, but the mainlines are the safer yards now. If you stay out the way and you're good and you don't do shit and you just program, the GPs are safe yards. The S and Y yards, unfortunately, you got so many people, you got so many dudes over there, so many gangs, and vying for whatever the fuck they're vying for. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I would not want to be locked up in California right now. Period. I mean, locked up. Period. I'm just saying. And the homies know, bro. Homies know. There's even homies on the main line, even when I was on the active side. There's homies that are lifers that are still active to this day. Say like, I don't care what the fuck they say about that dude. Um, you can never speak bad about him, especially the ones that got pushed over to the side politically. Actually, 16 Alive did a video earlier, and I don't know if it was today that he did it, but if you go to his channel, it's called "Why Do PCs or Dropouts, whatever, Get So Much Hate?" And he gave his version of it. Um, so you guys could, you might want to check that out. But since I give my opinion of it and go in there remembering what I said, because that's his opinion of it, and I think some of it makes sense. I'm not saying that some of it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying the one that I could understand, the part that I could understand and be like, okay, I can see that. Um, but the rest is just like obviously that's just his speculation, his opinion, respectfully. Um, but I guess the biggest thing that I took from it was that everybody has their own journey. Everybody went to the side has their own journey for whatever reason. Drug debts, fucking, they got pushed out, politics, whatnot, you know? And that's just what it is. All right. All right, man. I guess I'm gonna start getting up out of here, man. Appreciate you guys tapping in for this long. Um, let's see. Junior says, "What's up, man? What type of flowers are smoking tonight?" I already smoked. But yeah, man. I appreciate you guys tapping in, man. I don't know. I'm gonna put this live up. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this live up for. Um, okay, when I do take it down, it's gonna be on the memberships only. That's just a perk that I give my membership members. Appreciate every single one of you guys tapping in. And, just remember everything that was talked about tonight. It's some food for thought. I guess I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.